still on the show. Shout out to Uncle. What's up, man? Remember? He probably don't remember because he be forgetting everything. But we were on the show, and I said something about the pros and cons of, there's pros and cons to everything. And he's like, there's pros and cons to sexism? I'm like, yes, of course there's pros and cons to sexism. And he laughed at me. And I was like, what? There are. So anyway, that's basically what this article is talking about, because since then, a few years later after that conversation, they started talking about what's known as benevolent sexism, or, harmless sexism, well-meaning sexism, all these different little phrases onto sexism to differentiate between that and like a misogynist that just full on hates women.
Right.
Like, there's a difference. There's a guy who's the gentleman,
right?
They hold the door.
Right. Which is like chivalry. Yeah. Chivalry is sexism.
If somebody comes after that woman, they'll stand up and defend them.
Right.
They don't have the women to have to defend it themselves.
Type of guy.
Right. So
help her with the groceries.
But hardcore feminists are kind of like, hey, women are equal to men.
I don't need you to defend me.
Therefore, we don't like that type of.
I don't want you to hold the door
for us. We don't,
I got arms.
Exactly. I
got arms just like a man got arms.
But it turns out that even staunch feminists, on the whole, prefer men who,
of course,
are protective to women. I don't know about of course, but anyway, so this is what the studies in a study, women preferred men who were chivalrous or protective. Those men were rated more attractive than those who treated women as equals. Scientists may say it may be hardwired to prefer a mate who is willing to protect. Even staunch feminists show the same pattern of attraction. So
this makes sense.
It makes sense.
It does make sense. And
I hear women say this.
I can see somebody saying, I don't need nobody to do this for me. I don't need nobody to do that for me. Then somebody do it for me. I'm like, oh, thank you. Oh my God.
Well, see, being a gay man and being around women, and I love women. And when Dino and I first met, like maybe our couple second meeting, I was on another podcast, and he came back onto the podcast to talk about men versus women and things like that, and we and I had we're on different sides of a lot of things about men and women, and I usually was on the side of the women because I hang out with a lot of women. But one thing I notice about women is, I'm very generally speaking, not all women, is that they are when they talk to me, they're strong, they blah, blah, blah. And then there comes a time where they expect me to do something for them because I'm a man. And I'm like, that's so funny because, bitch, you was just telling me just a second ago how you don't need no man.
Right.
Or how now you want to go in front, you want to go first in front of me because you a woman. Oh, you want the best seat because you a woman. And I should give it to you because I'm a man. Fuck you. I'm not trying to get your pussy.
Exactly.
You're getting the seat.
Exactly. I feel like if you want me, then you should hold my door open. That's it.
Yeah.
I can't expect no strange man I don't know to give a fuck. But if you supposedly, if you courting me or if you like me and you say you want to be my friend and you see me struggling and you don't provide no manly strength, then what the fuck?
You want the nanny.
I have a few different issues with all of this. This is so lot. This is so much in this, whatever. But I had a conversation with a female friend who, she was talking about how, and this is one of the conversations that kind of irked me about how men today, don't do this. Basically, how chivalry is dying out. Basically, that type of thing. She's at a bar, and men won't give up their seat, and that type of thing. And it's like, you have to understand, men in my generation that went to college or educated and below. I think now it's trickled down to the mainstream, but back when I was in college, I think it was just us college guys who were getting this indoctrination. We were raised and taught and reared about all this equality, and that's what women want, and that's what we're shooting for in this society, and there's no difference between men and women and all that stuff. And so it's conflicting messages. On one minute, we're being told to treat equal. Well, I don't pull the chair out for Pip.
Right.
If me and Pip goes or whatever, it's like, you fend for yourself. Like, it's like if I'm at a bar and Pip is meeting me there and I'm there before Pip and I got a seat and Pip walks in, I'm not giving my seat to Pip.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
For
so
sure.
either you want special treatment or you don't want special treatment, and you can't have it both ways. And that's the whole problem not the whole problem, but that's a big chunk of the problem that we're having. And it's like sometimes they want to be treated equally, and then other times they want preferential treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And they never want the bad treatment, which is, that's only natural.
Can I ask you, Dino?
Yes.
Let's say it was like one of your female friends, and you were meeting them at the bar, and they came in and they needed a seat. Would you give up your seat for one of your female friends?
And that's one of the things I was saying. I was like, I told her I might or might not. It all depends. It all depends on like how tired I was that day, what my feet feel like, Right. Seriously.
Mm-hmm. No, really. No, real.
I'm being real. I'm being 100 because there's times when I'm on a train or something or whatever, and I will offer my seat up, and then there's times I won't.
Yeah.
I will always offer it up for an elderly person. I will always offer it up for a disabled person. And I will always offer it up for somebody who's holding a baby, man or woman.
Yeah, that's what happened to me yesterday. Okay, this happened to me yesterday. I was on the train, and I was only 2 stops from my stop, and a family got a big family, a Filipino family, and the husband or the man had a stroller with a child and a baby and an arm, a sling, and the woman that was with them had the other kids, but who were an age from let's say 10 up, and then 2 small ones, and it's 3 other kids. Yeah. So I saw the man, and I'm like, "Hey," I said, "Papa, you want to have a seat?" He goes, I might be all right. He goes, "But my wife might." I'm like, "I ain't offer her the seat."
Right, you the one with the baby.
Right.
Right.
And he's like, "Oh," I was like, "I'm sorry, I'm real tired. I saw you with the baby. I thought I'd offer you the seat, but I'm not getting up for her."
No.
And I put on my earphones, and I went back about my business, and I didn't feel bad about it.
I'm not mad about that. I wouldn't either.
You don't have no obligations to a strange person.
I've been on the other end of it. I have ridden the bus from the number 33 down at Venice Beach, from the boardwalk all the way to Crenshaw, holding my niece the whole entire way. You know what I'm saying? And nobody, because I'm a man. That's a long ass way.
That's a long way.
Holding the kid. You know what I'm saying? And, so I will always, but if it's just a woman and, there's chances are, I'm not going to even lie, this day and age, there was a time where if it was a woman where I would automatically, but because of the way things are and stuff now and the way, and all of the movement and all that, if it's just a woman, just a healthy, woman or whatever, I'm not,
I had another situation
I'm not giving her my seat.
I had another situation where I turned down a woman that wanted my seat. Actually, it was an elderly black woman, got on a bus. And I saw her, and I was like, "Oh, do you want my seat?" And I stood up. She goes, "No, baby, I'm getting off in 2 stops." She goes, "But hey, girl, there's a seat over here." And I'm like, "No, because she was 20.
Right.
I'm like, "No, I'm in my 40s."
No.
And she called me an asshole, and I said, "Correction, I'm an asshole with a seat."
Right.
Hello. I think that if you're an able-bodied person, you're an able-bodied person. You can't expect, you can't have any expectations when you're in the public. Like I said, I feel a certain type of way when somebody wants to date me or they feel like something like that.
Right.
And then they don't take the necessary steps. But if I go into a bar and it's like a group of men sitting at the bar, ain't no seats, I can't be like, "Hey fella, I need a seat. Could you get up?" No, you can't expect anybody to do that. I can't go on a train and see somebody sitting down and
this
be
one
like,
lady,
"Hey."
She got on the train and she decided that she wanted to shame all the men who weren't giving up their seats for her.
It's like, "Are you single? Because I can see why."
You aren't hurt. You aren't elderly. You know what I'm saying? Like, give somebody the opportunity to do that for you if that's what they want to do. And then somebody may have been like, "Can she find a seat? If she can't find a seat, then I'll give her my seat." But then you turn around and make an announcement, and now they like, "Well, fuck you,
and
bitch,
the funny
stand
thing
up."
about it, the train hadn't even started moving yet. And I'm like, you don't even look all that you expect niggas to just be jumping out there and be like, "You ain't Halle Berry, bitch, sit down." Or stand up, whatever the case may be. But leave me the fuck alone.
I had a dude get on the train, or a bus that was acting like that. But I think he was just using it as a line to get pussy. You know what I mean? He's like, "Y'all other brothers, y'all sitting down, and it's these women standing on the bus." And of course, there was a chick talking to him afterward.
That's the same dude. That's that same dude who when dudes are complaining about paying for dates, be like, if you got money or disposable income, or you a baller or whatever.
Well, that's
of course
my
you
type
don't
of
mind,
man.
because first of all, that helps eliminate the competition. Dudes who don't have money and they want dudes with money. You got money, so of course you're not gonna complain about it. Of course you're gonna pay, because that sets you apart. especially if you don't look like nothing.
Exactly.
Right? That's your strongest. That's your whole game.
That's all your game.
So of course you're not. Of course you ain't complaining about it or whatever. You know. But for the average dude, that shit gets expensive. And we sitting here talking about people being equal and this and that. Well, and we ain't even saying you got to treat us. Why you can't pay for your own way? Why you can't pay for your own food? What?
So she actually is down with the study. She just said it herself. Like, that's what she wants. If you're trying to get to her, you got to be chivalrous.
Yeah.
You got to be a little sexist.
Yeah.
You got to not treat me like an equal.
Exactly.
Okay.
Treat me.
Yeah. I think that's the more sort. Women don't want to be treated like equals. They want to be treated like. They want to be treated like equals in business, and then personally, they want to be treated with preferential treatment.
Yes,
that's what they want. They want to have it both ways. They want to be professional equals, and then they want to be special when it comes to interpersonal relationships.
Is that happening both ways?
Yeah, that's happening both ways.
Because in another sense, in business, that would mean that women would want special treatment in business.
No, I didn't say they want.
Yeah, I mean, if they weren't having it both ways, is what I'm saying.
I don't know if I understand your question. Is this about the study?
No, it's about what I just said. It's about what Dino just said. But he said women want it both ways. They want to be treated like professionals in business, but then they want to have preferential treatment in their personal life. And I said, well, what would be like the adverse of that? Women being treated special in business?
But some women do want to be treated special in business too. Some women want it both ways at work too. They want I want the same raise, I want the same opportunities as everybody else, but I want you to let me go first in the lunchroom. I want you to let me go. I want you to hold the door for me. I want you to. Yeah, there are some women like that.
I remember this one incident where I was working in this office and there was a team of the janitors. It was a male and female, and the guy was holding the bag or whatever, and the girl was doing whatever. She was going to get the trash and dumping it into it or whatever, and the secretary that worked in my office with me, she started trying to shame the guy. And I told her, you stay out of that.
They professionals.
Yeah,
right.
You mind your own business. They're not dating. They're at work.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And, I'm sure, however they decide to divide the labor up or whatever, I'm sure there's times when he's, does the same thing that she's doing and whatever. This is work. This is not, they're not husband and wife.
Right.
They're at work.
Right.
So it ain't about being a gentleman.
Right.
She getting paid the exact same thing he getting paid.
Exactly.
So she needs to do the exact same work that he's doing.
Yeah.
When I'm also at my retail job, the salespeople a lot of times will, as a courtesy, will offer to for people to carry their bags, something into their car, right? But they never volunteer themselves. They always volunteer the stocked people, who are all males, by the way. It doesn't always that way. There has been a female stock person while I was there, but now it's all males. Mm-hmm. But I actually told one of the sales associates, who's a woman, who said I heard her one day. She goes, "You're gonna have." She goes, "You need some help carrying those bags? I can have one of our guys carry that out for you. We have some very strong guys in the back." And I said, I pulled her aside. I said, "Don't you ever volunteer me for anything you're not willing to do yourself ever again." I said, "It's not in my job description to do that. We do that as a courtesy. Any of us could do it. Right. So if you're not going to offer it to do it yourself because you think you're physically unable, you better ask somebody first."
Okay, hello.
Mm-hmm.
But she expected me to do it because I should be helping out this woman. Now, if this is a little old lady, and that's happened before too, I helped out a little 92-year-old woman.
Right.
Not only did I help carry her car to her bag, she was parked in a space she had trouble pulling out. I actually helped the lady pull her car out. And I got in the car, and even as short as I am, I had to be squashed up in there because her seat was pulled all the way up to the dashboard. But I helped out a lot. But she's 92.
Right.
I'm cool with.
Yes.
But, yeah, this bullshit, I'm a man, I should carry their bags.
No.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. It's been plenty of times I was carrying some heavy shit, and I've wished and prayed and wished and prayed for somebody to help, and nobody can help. You cannot expect people to do for you what you can't do for yourself.
Even I can't stand the post. I see the posts all the time. Oh, me and my girl, we were out here doing this, posting these flyers or this for this event or doing this or doing that in the hot sun, and not one man offered. Are you shaming?
Not one man offered to help you do your job.
Right.
I'm
I'm saying this was I think a volunteer thing or whatever.
Nonetheless, you volunteered for that.
Right.
That's your job for the day.
So I'm saying, what does that say about you? You must not be hot enough. Because if you look good enough,
that's true.
You would get.
That's true.
Some,
they would just stop.
Offering. Yep. So
I got a girlfriend Angie like that.
And two, it's like it's all about your approach. It's all about how you ask somebody. You can ask. I could be a woman and ask another woman for help. It's not about.
I've seen you do it.
And ask another one for help. So it's not even about that. It's just all about your